Ooh, Daniel. Welcome back to Fog Entertainment. Daniel's pushing it to a limit. It's 100, and that's exactly what this episode's called. It's season 3, episode 4. You ever wondered what happened to this guy? Well, you're about to find out, aren't you?
Yeah, we get the Daniel story. Thank God it didn't last an entire episode. Although, I mean, we pretty much did. It was just painful. We see Daniel recovering from the fire. Now, it looked like he escaped, but I guess maybe he passed out and got caught up in the flames or whatnot because his leg is badly burnt.
It is badly burnt, right? And straight for the get-go, this episode's awful. So, he's burnt, his leg's humped, he's walking through the streets of Tijuana, DJ. He sees a walker and he goes, hey. And then the walker chases after him. Why did he alert the walker?
Did he think it was a human?
That can be the only explanation, but for me, like, why? Like, surely Daniel's the sort of guy who wants to take care of himself.
Yeah, so I don't think he'd really ask for help anyway. The walker chases him, he tries to crawl underneath a car. The walker about to grab him. Someone pulls the walker out and then...
There's a dog.
First of all, there was a dog, but the dog didn't fucking help him. The dog ran away.
And his walker chased the dog, so it did help him. Then he fell asleep.
Yeah, well, then someone tried to grab him.
Aye, after he fell asleep, and then Ephraim.
Well, I forgot that big important part about the dog. But yeah, then another walker tries to grab him, but someone pulls the walker out and puts a big giant nail through their head. Turns out this guy is Ephraim. I think possibly he was like some sort of minister or pastor or something like that. He's a religious person, and he I guess he likes to say a little prayer before he kills the walkers because he's forgiven them, and I guess he's asking for forgiveness himself to kill people. Daniel then gets helped by this guy. Daniel says he's a very bad man, and I mean, he wants forgiveness too. Ephraim takes Daniel to like his hideout where we get introduced to a bunch of foreign people, more Mexicans. So we get that.
Lola.
They help Daniel. They scrape like the burnt infection off his leg, which looked really fucking sore and pretty minging, to be honest. Didn't want to see that. Daniel starts to get a bit better. Ephraim helps him, saved his life. Daniel says, you're a good man. We see some bad white guys patrolling around the area as well. Apparently these guys are checking that no one's stealing the water. Now, Ephraim has like, he has...
a well.
He has a well that he has access to.
It's like a fountain well sort of gimmick.
And it comes on at 5 p.m. every Tuesday. So, who's turning the well on for Ephraim?
Yeah,
who's doing it?
Is it Lola? Is it Daniel? Is it Dante?
Well, it's Lola.
It's Lola.
She works at the big well. She works at the water compound or whatever it's called, the place that produces the water.
The dam.
The dam, that's it.
Dante Van Dam. At your service, buddy.
I forget her title. Is she general manager or some shit? It's something weird like that. Water.
Yeah, Captain Dishwasher. But Daniel, right, he decides to cut Ephraim's hair. And he's like, I've killed many people in my life, you know. Then Ephraim's like, this hair's no bad. Let me tell you a story, Daniel. There's good and bad news. He falls asleep mid-sentence.
Yeah, he falls fucking asleep.
What?
Now, Daniel just cut his hair. Daniel says, you saved my life. Let me do something good for you.
No, could you just imagine, though, like the governor's giving a speech at the prison gates and he falls asleep? And before people go, that's different. Is it? How do you fall asleep mid-sentence after showing no signs of tiredness?
Yeah, I thought it was bullshit, to be honest. But yeah, he falls asleep. Then Daniel decides to try and leave. He does leave. He gets attacked by walkers. He beats the first one up. The second one's too big and powerful for him. Daniel's on his knees, accepting his fate. And then we get some sort of like lightning bolt strike that comes down and hits the walker. And like, what the hell? I mean, come on. Talk about goofy, unrealistic, far-fetched shit.
It is. And no, the worst thing about it for me, it's not like this guy's like a man of God or he's like a priest or something. He's an evil fucking cartel, dirty cop, butchering bastard.
Yeah.
So why would God help him?
Yeah, so Daniel then gets dragged into like the water, the stream or whatnot, the sewage thing, alongside, that can't be good for his leg either, alongside this walker. Then we get to like the dam and we see people that are obviously, I think they're like raking out the sewage. They're trying to filter the water.
Pablito and Everardo.
We get
those two.
We get introduced to these two. They find Daniel. They take Daniel in. Lola's there. Lola says, Daniel, you're going to be a worker. Daniel gets into a bit of a fight with one of Dante's top men. Dante's top man tries to poke his finger through Daniel's food, but Daniel stabs him in the hand. And then Dante comes when this guy's about to shoot Daniel. But Dante learns that Daniel used to be this top man in the cartel. He
Sombra Negre, the fearsome El Salvadorian military.
That is the one. He pulls down his tongue, he sees the wee initials, and he's like, oh, we could use you. This is the man right here. So all of a sudden, Dante has pretty much appointed Daniel as his main man.
Is this not idiotic for him, though? Because, like, he doesn't know this guy. So what? He used to be this fearsome El Salvadorian military dude. So what?
Yep.
Like, you've got your own crew. Why would you just employ like this outsider, a guy who you know is fearsome and like crazy?
I don't quite get it, but anyway, it happens. They go out on a mission. Daniel is accompanying the other guys to try and find out who's stealing the water, and we basically do find out who's stealing. Well, we don't really find out, but. The time is 5 o'clock on a fucking Tuesday, and Daniel has to try and make sure that Ephraim doesn't get caught. So Ephraim's not trying to get caught here. Daniel then tries to distract Dante's crew so that Dante don't catch him, but he then tells them about the camp location. So I guess he tries to save Lola by grassing in Ephraim. And then later on, Ephraim gets caught, or Ephraim, whatever he's called. And Dante wants Daniel to be the one to punish him and torture him and find out information about who's stealing the water, because obviously Daniel has done this before. He can interrogate people, and that's the order that Daniel's been given. So Daniel does it. We've got Lola, who's there witnessing this. She can't believe that Daniel's doing it. Daniel is torturing Ephraim, and he's like punching the shit out of him, and Ephraim's all busted. And you know, I felt really bad because Ephraim did save Daniel here, and Daniel basically says to Ephraim, the only thing I can do for you is kill you quickly, which is fucking bullshit. And sooner rather than later, Lola then just comes over and she stops Daniel. She protects Ephraim and basically gives herself up, outing herself as Ephraim's accomplice. Then they all get taken to like the mountaintop where they get thrown off. We've got Dante and JC up there. You've got Ephraim, Lola, Strand, Pablito. Basically a bunch of guys. They're up for execution. Dante says to Daniel, right, okay, bring me the first one up. Daniel brings up Pablito. Pablito begs and says that he didn't know.
I'll be the messenger boy. See?
But Dante doesn't care and he pushes him over. I mean, what did this Pablito guy do? Why did this guy deserve to die? I don't quite know. But Daniel didn't do anything to save him. Then he takes Lola up next. Lola's going to be executed, but Daniel has a different plan. He headbutts CJ, shoots him, then he kills Dante, and he saves Lola, but he didn't save Pablito. So I think The Walking Dead, I think in shows in general, there's this like weird thing where we got to save all the women.
Daniel's going above and beyond to do that. He could have saved Pablito.
Yeah, it's like really simpish. It's like, just since when does your gender mean you deserve to die more than someone? Like, what is this?
But I don't get it though.
This Lola's betrayed Dante more than fucking Pablito did.
Yeah, Pablito didn't.
Pablito, I don't even think was aware. I think this guy literally didn't know fuck all. I don't think he was at part of Lola's group, but he got killed. Lola survived. Daniel then got on his hands and knees and asked to be forgiven, and Lola holds out her hand to Daniel. Meanwhile, why is he not asking Ephraim for forgiveness, considering...
He just battered him?
Yeah. And I wonder, if Ephraim was up next, would he have threw him off?
He might have, but this just sums up why Dante shouldn't have just promoted Daniel to, like, top man.
Yeah, really dumb for Dante, just trusting this fucking outsider that you don't know. And then Strand's just, like, standing in the background like a nobody.
Aye, Strand feeling like a jobber.
I mean, I thought it was a wee bit better than the previous episode.
I'll give it a 4.
I'm giving it a 4 as well. I mean, it was alright, I guess. It was nice, I guess, to... It was cool, I guess, to see Daniel back, and we had a new location and just different characters. It felt a little bit fresh because I am kind of sick of seeing the Clarks.
Yeah, the Clarks are getting old.
But yeah, you know, it wasn't great.
Clark Gable.
A 4 out of 10 for me. Now, people have said that season 3 of Fear the Walking Dead is better than season 3 of The Walking Dead. We're 4 episodes in, and I just don't see it. I mean, there's no episode. If you put the episodes head to head, for me, it's 4-0 The Walking Dead. Although I would say episode 1 of Fear was pretty damn good.
Damn good.
In terms of Fear, quality.
It was pretty damn good, but the other 3 have been pretty dead already.
Pretty dead already. Anyway, guys, yeah, 4 out of 10. Hopefully it gets better.
Will it get better though? We'll have to wait and see. This one was called 100, but we are giving it a 4.